You are going to fail in life, yes, you. And you're going to fail, and it's going to hurt, it's going to be painful. Now, that's fine if you understand that's part of a process. If you understand that's part of a bigger picture. If you think that's everything and that failing, that pain, that hurt, that's all there is for life, you won't stop where you are. You're going to go down and really go down, and it's going to be much more painful. Now, I'm not saying it to depress you or put you in a down state, but you do need to understand that there's a process, there's a bigger picture, okay? When you go through a certain situation in life that is hard, that is challenging, and it's not if you go, I said when you go. Why when? Because it's going to happen, that's life. And by the way, if we wouldn't have had those times, we wouldn't appreciate the good times. Now, again, there are things that are so hard that I can't even imagine how people go through them, but they do. And the same thing you, okay? Understand that there's a bigger picture. Why is this so important to understand? Ask yourself, when was the last time you went through something hard? I don't think you need to think for too long. Even if you have a great life and you think everything is all good, I'm sure you have tough times. One of my clients, he was going through a time in life that I thought everything is good. He was feeling good inside. He had a good job. He enjoyed it. He went to work. He liked his job. And it was all good. He had wife, kids, nice family. Everything sounds good. And then one day they discovered that his wife was sick with cancer. And started treatments, trying to get her out of it because she was pretty young. They said, okay, she's still strong, she could get out of it. And I'm assuming that you can understand the end of the story, but she passed away. And since then, he was broken, and he still is going through a really tough time. Okay, he's aware of it, and he told me like, "Here, I'm not sure I could do it. I'm going through really hard times, and I'm feeling okay for a little bit. I thought I was able to get over it, and then I just crushed down, and then again, and I crushed down." And he started blaming himself for being that way because he's a father, he has kids. And he was like, it's not right. I'm not supposed to be like that. And then started, the criticism. And that's the part that I told him, listen, what you're going through, what you went through, I can't take that away. That was, and you could choose, okay? I totally hear what you're saying. And I don't know if I could say I understand it because it's a terrible situation. And the whole process of your wife being sick, trying to help her, thought you got over it, and then you didn't, and then she passed away, all of your kids. Crazy, I don't even want to think about it. But with all that said, no but actually, period. With that said, you do want to feel better. You don't want to keep on feeling like this. Would your wife want you to feel like this? Probably not. And I'm not taking away the pain, I told him, but you need to understand. If you want to feel better, and not only feel better, you want to take this, whatever happened to you, and actually turn it into something that can help you. Again, your wife won't come back in this lifetime. Therefore, whatever is left for you in this life and for your kids, you want to be there for them, and you want to be there for yourself. You want to create a better life. So I told you, number one, understand that there's a time for everything. There's a time for feeling the pain, and that's not the time for saying, okay, let's move on and what can I learn from this situation. No, that's not the time to say, what can I learn from this situation? Now it's a time for pain. It's a time for grief. Don't try learning anything right now. That's not the time. But there is a time for everything. And you, my dear friend, are in a time now that if you decide, it's a time that, yes, you could learn what are the lessons that your wife left for you, okay? What are they? What can you learn? When my aunt passed away, it was hard because I was close to her. But then I also asked myself, well, her body's not here, okay? I understand that. Not easy, it's hard. But what lessons did she leave for me that those lessons are still alive? Not only that they're alive now much more than the time that her body was alive. Because then, she was alive. I was taking kind of those lessons for granted, sitting for the cup of coffee, listening. But now that her body's not here, now those lessons really come to life, and she really comes to life. And I told my friend the same thing. Number one, whatever it is that you try to do and try to overcome this hard time, all good, but out of a place of acceptance. You first need to accept the reality, what actually happened, what is the reality right now. Without thoughts, without anything, accepting. Only after you come out of a place of faith, acceptance, and surrendering, now you could take those action steps in order to create a better life for your children, for yourself, 100%. But I told him you must accept. After that, this is really important. I told him trust the process. Yes, you need to take action steps. You can't just, sit down, lay down and say, oh, we'll be okay, we'll be good. No, you have to take those action steps, okay? Of course, you have to take those action steps, no doubt about that. But you need to understand that it's a process, and there'll be times that you'll feel that you took those action steps and you're here on the top, and there'll be times that you're crashing down. Like I said, you want in general to go up, sometimes it'll be down, up, but in general, there's in the stock market, there's a cycle, so you want to go up, sometimes there'll be a big crash, but in general, you want to go up when you learn from that crash. And I told you have to understand life is a process. Part of the process is sometimes feeling those feelings that, wow, I just can't anymore, I had enough, I don't want to do this anymore, and you just feel down, and that's part of the process. Accept it. Like I said, going back to acceptance, it doesn't mean you're bad, it means that's part of the process. Now, get up. What can you learn in order to create a better life for you, for your kids? Now, you don't need to go to a place that someone really close to you passed away, and that you're really with a relationship for 30 years and all that. Each person has challenges in life, okay? And then you need to understand that also when you try to get over those challenges, and not only get over them and overcome them, grow from them. There'll be times that you'll do it and you'll do it pretty well, but there'll be times that you'll fall, and you'll fall on your face. And understand that's part of your process, because much worse than failing is beating yourself up on that failure. Because when you beat yourself up on that failure, man, it's going to be a lot worse, because then you won't believe in yourself anymore, right? Because who am I to try to get better? Here I just now felt like I can't do any better. And not only that you won't believe in yourself, it would also affect the people around you. So also people around you, maybe the beginning will try to help, but then they'll say, hey, we don't really connect to that type of attitude. He's kind of being a victim, we can't really help him. So failing is number one. Happens to everyone, okay? In that failing, there's a lesson for your growth. Now, it might not be the lesson for you right now, whatever it is you're going through or went through in the past to learn that lesson. Maybe now you just feel in order to heal, okay? There's that saying, I think Brené Brown, in order to heal, you need to feel. But step number 2 will be reflecting, okay? Understanding it's a process, there's a bigger picture. Reflecting, learning, what can you do in order to create now a better life? What's the lesson in whatever happened to you right now? Yes, doesn't matter how painful it is, in order for you to create a better life. And you won't always be able to learn the lesson. If you're not able to learn the lesson yet, maybe it's not time for you yet to move to the next step. So yes, try to learn that lesson, try to move forward. And sometimes you won't be able to do it by yourself. You'll need people from the outside to help you to do that. But understand again that there's a process. Like there was a crash, there's also going to be an uptime when you learn those lessons. And with every crash that you learn those lessons and you reflect, you become stronger. When you become stronger, so in the next crash, it would hurt, but maybe not that much, or maybe much more, but you'll have tools to create much more gifts out of the lessons that you got from that crash. So again, I'm going back. Accept reality, accept what is, okay? Don't resist it. Suffering start from resistance. Accept it. Understand it's a process. Give yourself feedback. How can you improve? Really important. But feedback, not criticism. Now you might tell me, yeah, you have no clue what I'm going through. It's crazy. It's so hard. I can't. Okay? I'm with you 100%. Feel that feeling. Dive deep inside. Dive deep into that feeling. Then zoom out and remember there were always people that went through something similar, and eventually that would pass. Nothing in life, not the times that you have this fabulous time and not those crashes that you're having right now or you had, is going to stay. Life is in movement. You could decide if to move with it or to drag yourself with it. If you move with it, so you appreciate those great times, and the hard times, it's hard, you feel the feeling, but eventually you'll see that if you reflected and learned, those hard times will be another pillar in your life that would help you to create a better life and will help you see more of the beauty that is in yourself. So accept reality, don't resist, act, but act out of a place of surrendering, and most important, understand life is a process. And if you reflect and learn, so you will get stronger with time, and like we said, you will create a better life for yourself, and automatically that would also create a better life for the people surrounding you. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.